This is Marc from ToyHypeUSA.com, and I'm here today with Jim Fletcher, my buddy from DC Collectibles. We're here today to discuss mostly Batman because of me, but
I'm not against it.
There you go. A fellow Batman fan, but of course,
who is it?
The #1 Batman fan right here. And we're going to start off here with the animated line. So I'm going to turn it over to Jim and let him give us the rundown. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. Oh, I thought we could kind of get tangled up in these things first.
We could try.
Yeah, that'll be good times. Okay, so Batman the Animated Series has been great for us. The demand for these toys has been just overwhelming. There's so many that we want to do. I don't even know where to start. And not just for you, although I know it's important, but there's so many people that want these things that we've been talking to, a lot of the collectors, and they're like, wow, this is my childhood, or I want to give this to my kids to experience the same thing. And we're there to make that happen as long as possible.
Well, I got to tell you, Jim, personally, I've been collecting these figures since '92 when Hasbro had the license.
I have almost all of them myself.
I have cases of them in my basement, and I have them on display with the Batcave and all of that. So my first question to you, you said you're going to carry the line forward. I mean, we're going to get to Roxy later, but I want to say I love the fact that you did that. And I'm glad to see that you're doing Baby Doll and all these others that everybody's promoting and advertising now.
The
one big thing I have to ask of you, I saw the Batmobile, we'll get to that too, but are you going to do a Batcave?
That would be a dream come true to do a Batcave, so I'm not saying no. We have already talked about it.
Excellent.
Doing it is not the same reality, obviously.
Understood.
But we're actually talking about if we can possibly do it, and I think if the Batmobile, we'll get to it in a minute, if that actually does what we're hoping it's going to do, and some other things down the road which we're hoping to do work, I can see making that next giant step.
Excellent, excellent. Looking forward to that,
okay.
really, truly.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I still have my Mego Wayne Manor that's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, that's great.
I still have that.
That's
still in the box with the pieces. I love that. That's
awesome.
awesome.
A cool toy.
Thank you.
I'm glad you have that one.
Love it. All right, back to the animated series, please.
So the next series coming out over here, we've got the Batman animated series, Batman, which is, obviously it was a little strange because the one from the second series was out first. But anyway, now this one's out.
This is the 92 version.
That's the 92, the early one, right? And we've got the Riddler in there from Batman the Animated Series. And you've got the Penguin and Batgirl from New Adventures.
I'm glad you released the Batgirl figure so quickly. That's awesome.
I'd like to release more of them quickly. But, I mean, right now, the way we've balanced them between 3 of one and 1 from the other, we went down the whole almost 2 or 3 years, all lined them all up ready to know where we're going with all of these.
Got it.
And
referring to the fact that you're picking and choosing from the 3 different shows.
And we debated that internally quite a bit. Should we do them all from one way and then go to the next series? We thought it'd be more fun to mix them up and do them this way, and that way we can pick and choose.
Absolutely.
And it seems to be working. I mean, I really wasn't sure at first, but it's working out very well for us, I think. Because we can go deep really fast. And even the wave down here with Bane and Scarecrow and Nightwing.
Love Nightwing. I love the fact that you put him out like right away.
Yeah, and even
what is this, wave 2 or wave 3?
That's going to be you caught me off guard with that one. I think that's wave. Is that 4?
Wave 4 already.
I think so.
Wave 1 and 2 are out right now.
Yeah, those are already there. So I believe that's wave 4.
Okay. So you've got Nightwing, Bane, Scarecrow, and Mad Hatter
is great.
And then the accessories that you guys are putting in with them. It's not the cheesy pieces of plastic that you used to get with the Hasbro stuff.
Because now they're all episode specific, so they're being pulled from particular scenes and moments. So that made it.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay, we should have made a bigger deal out of that, but that's why they're getting the accessories they're getting.
So will the specific episode will it be marked on the packaging?
It's not marked on the packaging per se, but the episode. Well, you've seen the bases where they have the turnarounds of the figures on it.
Can you get a zoom in close on the bases? It shows the
figure
series that it's from, and then the turnarounds. Is that in the packaging?
Yeah, that's on the pack. This is actually on the base in the package. So when you open up the package, that's actually the base looks like that, except that's a printed piece of paper. But the bases actually it's printed on the base.
It's going to be that image.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So it not only distinguishes the series that it's from, but it shows you what we would call style guide images in black and white, which is phenomenal.
Great. So then you can actually, then you can see how accurate they are because there's your image right on there.
That's excellent, and that's right from the Warner Brothers archives.
Yeah, we worked and we also worked. We've talked to Bruce Timm about it. We've talked to Paul Dini. They're both super excited, and we've been involving them in looking at the stuff.
They got to be as excited as me.
They were super, especially when we get to this one over here. Pretty excited by, in particular for that one, was Paul Dini about the Roxy Rocket.
That was his creation.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. So again, about this series here, we've got Nightwing, Bane, Scarecrow, and Mad Hatter.
The really creepy Scarecrow too.
And that's from the third series, wasn't it?
That's he's from the animated. Oh, that's the newer one.
The new Batman animated series.
That's the new Batman Adventures. Yeah.
Yep. Which is awesome.
Super creepy Scarecrow. He's great. So these are just, I mean, we're having so much fun with these things. They look amazing.
And the detail and the articulation. I got to tell you, I love the articulation.
Okay.
Love the articulation.
Well, I know I can address that too. We had some breakage problems, which you probably heard about for the first one. There was a toy I was going to show you on camera, but I don't know
where it disappeared to.
I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'll go find it. But there's a Killer Croc here that has the new articulation and the new plastic in it.
With the baby doll figure.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And it's basically we used a plastic that was much more pliable, and we think it's more durable than the clear plastic we were using. So we're getting all that out of them. We're going to go back and reproduce the first wave over again. We also have opened up a helpline you can go to if the figure's broken. You can actually write in, and if you have a picture of it and you can't return it, we'll replace it. Because we definitely want to take care of people that got this line, because it was a big deal. People are so. This line needed to be right, I guess is what I'm saying. And
well, you got it right. You got it right, but the articulation is a stickler point, and I'm glad you guys are addressing it right away.
Yeah,
because there are a lot of people who, like I know myself, I think my Two-Face had an issue with the wrist.
Yeah, I'm sure. But so we didn't want. I mean, this is the line it should never have happened on. So we've addressed it with our factories. They're aware of the problem. It's going to be fixed, and we'll do everything we can do to make sure people's experiences with this line are what they should have been.
Excellent.
So don't expect any more problems going forward.
Fantastic.
But you can come and tell me if they are.
I will.
I know you will.
I will. All right, we're going to move on here, guys. We're heading over here to a continuation of the animated series, and there are some really cool things going on right now. I'm going to let Jim go into it, but I am super excited about this personally because this character right here was one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Animated. I couldn't believe they finally did it right, and they got a figure with the accessories on this one. So, Jim, take it away.
Roxy Rocket was something, funnily enough, we talked about right away, which is when you think of the breadth of the line, we were all like, no one made this one. It was one of the very first things we discussed when we did the line. We didn't think it should be the first thing we put out, but we wanted to get it out there early. So yeah, she comes with the rocket. There's a light in the back up here. This is the prototype model. I didn't put a battery in.
Right.
But anyway, the back of this lights up. She can sit on it and fits on the rocket. The rocket will have a little display base similar to this, where it'll be a slight an angle. She can sit on there and look like she's flying on
pose it.
Yeah, and she's got all these. Comes with a wrench, some of the guns from
Flare
the episode,
gun, right?
and so she's got all this cool
Batman
gadgets and stuff. Really an awesome figure. The transparent lens is great. Like I said, Paul was super excited. He came over to the office and was looking at it, and he couldn't believe it.
You guys did a phenomenal job. I love the sculpt. It's excellent.
Really good. Yeah, Irene Matar has worked on a good amount of these things, and she's done an amazing job.
Irene's the sculptor.
On most of them, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very good.
They're really
Kudos,
great.
Eileen.
Yeah, Irene.
Yeah. Kudos, Irene. Love it.
Yeah,
okay.
She's great.
And now we slide over a little bit here.
Yep.
Mask of Phantasm, which was, I think, one of the first movies they put out.
I believe so, yeah.
It was one of the first movies they were able to do for the animated series.
It was such a great one. We really wanted to make sure we got to this. Again, it's pretty early on in the line where we have such a long run plan, but I actually just love this design. It was great to get out there. It won't have a removable head. We actually have...
It will have a removable...
Will not.
Will not, okay.
We actually sculpted the removable head and put it on, and it looks, to me, it looks so weird.
Because it's a more masculine body, right.
Yeah, oops, sorry. So we basically just said, forget it. Well, if we go back to her and want to do it, we'll just do her
right.
out
and
of
what's
that.
funny is the Hasbro version has the feminine curves to it.
Yes, which this doesn't at all.
Right,
yeah.
because in the show, she didn't have the feminine curves.
Right.
You really, until you realized who the character was, you thought it was a guy
all
the way through.
Yeah, I did.
Exactly.
Well, that's why with a lot of stuff Collectibles is supposed to do, is we're supposed to match the accuracy of what we're following, like we do with all our designer figures.
The Style
and that's
Guide,
that.
based off the Style Guide, which was originally a more masculine-looking character.
Yeah, that's what it looked. That's what it seemed like to me when I watched it. So
and that's what hid her identity.
Yeah, and it comes with this nice cardboard. No, it comes with another version of that Batman, but even angrier. So his mouth is more, he's just a little more snarly. So you'll see some teeth and stuff in the new sculpt. So he's slightly different than the other one. So it's not just a repeat of the same figure again.
Beautiful. And now I gotta say, here is one of the Piazza Restants, for me, a full-sized the animated series original Batmobile that was put out, the opening intros for the show.
Yep.
This thing is got to be, what, 1.5 feet long?
It's pretty, I don't know the exact size, but it's pretty big.
And the canopy will go back and forth. I don't want to touch because this is a prototype.
Yeah, but this prototype works as it's supposed to, so the canopy will slide back and forth, so you can get 2 figures in this Batmobile.
Oh,
so, you can fit Batman in there and Robin, and of course for safety, you have the seat harness, because I've seen he drives pretty fast on the show, so you got to be careful.
He absolutely does.
And then it also lights up, so we didn't want to spare any expense, so the cockpit lights up, the wheel turns, the lights in the back are super awesome. And it has lights in the front.
And the detail on the cockpit is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's got the wheels are real rubber wheels, so they move. The front wheels
turn.
Do this. So it's pretty impressive.
That's awesome.
And the price of this is going to be $100.
Okay.
So we worked really hard making sure we could get this thing at oh my God, earthquake, at some kind of affordable price point.
Absolutely.
So we think that's pretty good. And if this does what we're hoping it's going to do, then we'll be talking about
at $100 price point.
Yeah,
you will sell out of them. I guarantee it. And I've got to have at least 2.
Okay,
I got to open one up.
That's 2 down.
Keep one sealed.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
Gorgeous.
It's going to be so great.
Gorgeous.
So again, super excited. We got to get to this again pretty early on for us on the line. I mean, we're not that many waves in.
You're only 2 years in.
Yeah,
this
so
is
it's
only
pretty
the second
quick.
year. That's amazing.
Yeah.
To have the vehicle come out so quickly.
Yeah, that's a real labor of love. That thing is just awesome looking.
For you, I know. You're as much a fan as I am.
Well, really, honestly, and not just me, the whole design team is just so into this. And actually, Sean Knapp's my senior art director, who's done most of the work on this and making sure the project's going out the door. He was all over this project. We've never actually done a vehicle ever. So DC Direct or DC Collectibles has never done a real wheel. We've done some replica cars, but not with rolling wheels. It's actually a toy. So this is the first time in the whole history of DC Direct / Collectibles we've actually got to do something like that. So
That's awesome.
It was really pretty cool.
God bless. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. And now we're going to roll over here. Do you want to cut and stop and go to the next one?
Might as well. The Batman.
Hi guys, we're back again with Jim Fletcher here, continuing forward with Killer Croc on the animated line. So Jim's going to explain to us a little bit about how they've taken the next step in the evolution of these figures to help us with less breakage. So carry it away.
Yeah, so what we had done is replace the plastic joints that were a problem in some of the problem areas like the wrists. It pulls out much easier now. We've actually changed the kind of plastic we're using. It's a little more flexible. We're thinking it's going to be a little more tough to break. You can try it out if you want. You can go to town on the feet. It's going to be.
Do they pop out?
You try to pull them off. So,
they don't. That's good.
I know.
That's awesome.
You shouldn't be able to do anything to them.
That's awesome. And the articulation is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really
It goes
sweet.
left to right and back and forth.
It's got a ball in there, so you shouldn't be able to pull these things apart. So we think we've adjusted the issue of all the breakage. And there you saw it live on camera. No tricks.
I couldn't pull it apart.
Not a hoax. Not a dream.
Not a hoax.
So it does work a lot. It does work a lot better. So we think we've addressed this issue, but again,
it works.
It's great. So
all right,
there you go.
Thank you very much, guys. We're going to carry on with another line on the next video. Jim Fletcher at DC Collectibles, and we're going to start discussing the Icons line, which looks phenomenal. So, Jim, go for it.
Okay. Well, the Icons line is our new 6-inch figure line. It scans the breadth of DC history. You've got everything from the Longbow Hunter's Green Arrow, the Hush style Batman, all the way up to New 52, Mr. Miracle, like a Brightest Day Dead Man, Superman with Helix, 3 Atoms, which is not just 1 atom, but 3 atoms. So you're going to get all 3 in one package. This line's going to be having a lot of accessories in it. What's exciting about it is there's a lot of articulation and there's a lot of little pieces. One of my favorite ones, the Dead Man Possession accessory.
Oh,
you may see this.
Yes.
And now Superman is going to be possessed by Dead Man. So we're doing more, I guess you could use the word toyetic things, like the Green Lantern Deluxe figure. That's it. So it's going to be Hal popping into his big giant removable suit of armor. Black Adam's got these cool badass hands. Blue Beetle's going to have a couple of different cannons and wings. Cosmic Treadmill for Flash. Really excited about this line. Again, if this line does what we're hoping, we have big plans for this thing. And it's a new scale for DC Collectibles. We've never done anything at 6 inches tall.
6 inches.
This is 6 inches. We've always had the 6 3/4 ones we've done for like the designer figures, and now we're doing this, and we're super excited.
It looks beautiful. The
Thanks,
detail
man.
is fantastic, and I love the Dead Man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Everyone loves this Dead Man. It's so great.
Well, I read the comics from the 70s, so for me, Dead Man was one of the regulars.
Yeah, Dead
And then the
Man's
storyline when they tied him in with Dick Grayson.
Yep.
Because they were supposed to be from the same
trapeze
circus, the Alley Circus, which is wild.
That's like us.
Exactly.
We're from the same circus.
We are from the same circus.
That's
the Wild
excellent.
and Crazy Circus.
The toy circus.
The Toy Circus. All right, we're moving down to the icons down here on the bottom, the statues.
So again, we have
Tell us.
Icons action figures, and we have Icons statues. So easy to tell why they're icons. They're all really important and classic
Detail-oriented.
versions of our figures. What's really cool about the Icons statues is we're actually doing the same thing we've done before. We're not painting the skin; it's actually cast in color. So it's pretty realistic. It's a little, it's
almost freakishly
realistic.
realistic.
It's a little
surrealistic.
weird.
Yeah.
So, but it looks great because all you have to do is paint around the eyes and the mouth, and it really, the contrast between the rest of the paint and everything is stunning.
And if you know anything about the TV show Flash now, they introduced
I know
the
something
character.
about it.
There you go. You know that they just introduced the character, which is really cool because I was like, who had the flame head? It took me a little bit, but then I chimed in on it. It was great.
Yeah, I love
the Easter eggs.
I don't think they could drop many more in.
I mean, that's it. It's him. It's Firestorm.
There's just so many constantly. And they're the icons. Icons and icons.
Excellent.
Big icons and little ones.
We're just going to roll forward now with the Bombshell line, which I happen to love. It's one of my favorite lines. I have the first Batgirl icon
that one's great with the cape out.
Right, where she's almost steampunk. I love that. It's one of my favorites.
That one's great. This whole line is, we're getting such good buzz out of this line because it's actually going outside just DC Collectibles. So there was something in Hot Topic that they did. They've done, like, now there's glasses out there, there's clothing.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually starting to move out past just what we're doing here, which is, of course, great for us. It's amazing. We just hit the vibe at the right time.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, the lines are great. The Aunt Lucia's designs are awesome, and Tim Miller's sculpts for Batgirl, the new Harley and Joker are great.
Love.
I mean, and doing the reverse of the famous old Kiss thing, a riff on that was really fun. So having a fantastic time with
I like the way you play with
these.
the line. I love how you play with it. That
it's a lot of times we'll sit down and we'll a big whiteboard. We'll just brainstorm what we think the characters should translate into for this time. We've got a bunch more of these planned. We're already sculpting 2 new ones as we're standing here talking.
Awesome.
There's someone working on some new ones.
Tell us what characters?
They're DC characters.
Oh, wow. I mean, and they're girls, too.
That's a pretty good hint.
And they're girls, too.
That's not bad.
Okay.
But yeah, we're super excited about them. But you'll see more announcements about this as they come out.
Excellent. And we slide down here to the CoverGirls line.
CoverGirls is great. Stanley Lau still drawing these for us. We got a whole other year planned of these with Stan. This Wonder Woman in particular is
gorgeous.
Fantastic job. Jack Matthews has sculpted most of these so far. Now we threw Bleeze in the mix this year because, you know, this has been pretty standard characters that everyone's seen before. Red Lantern Bleeze, really neat one to throw in there. And Karen Perlenko did this one. It's great to have her back on the team. She's a fantastic sculptor and really matches up great to what Jack's been doing. So I'm pretty psyched that's in there.
I love that. That's just such an awesome figure right there.
It looks great.
And I love the fact that you're taking the lesser characters and adding them to the line in any form or fashion, not just, the figures line. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's also, I mean, not to go back and talk about this more, but putting Batwoman in this line was great. And even when we put Stargirl in there, the sales were where they needed to be.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fantastic.
absolutely.
And obviously not.
That was
Lois Lane's another one.
Stargirl was the second release, right?
I think
Batgirl was
third,
the first?
1, 2, 3. No, she's a little deeper in that, but
Okay.
but like even Lois Lane, we don't make a lot of Lois Lane stuff.
No,
so
you don't.
when we have lines like this that can support going deeper, that's the best.
Right. Zatanna was one of
Yep,
them.
Zatanna was in there too.
Oh,
yeah,
I love that.
So great.
Then we're going to skip down here to the black and white line.
Yep. So how did you feel about the redesign of the Babstar figure? I mean, this redesign of Batgirl.
I got to tell you, it's a little cartoony for me.
Yep, it's definitely a different look.
It's definitely a different look. It goes back, it harkens to the Tim Sale stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
Long
where...
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I like about it. Now that Stephanie's taken over the mantle of Batgirl, I guess it fits. It pulls people into the show.
Yeah,
it pulls people into the comic and then to the statues, which I love the black and white line. It's one of my favorite, and I'm waiting for you guys to do an Azrael.
Oh, you know, that's a good idea.
Old school Azrael, the very first costume.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see a black and white Azrael. So just
You know what? You know what? I'm actually going to write that down after this. That is a good idea.
Thank you, sir.
That would make sense. I mean, we do like going for the accessory characters too. We've got a Brian Hitch statue coming out. We've got 2 by Carlos Onda, who did all the designs for the Arkham game.
Excellent.
And then, since you're such a Batman guy, we did this one. So
I love this.
This is the prototype design for Harley Quinn. This is what she was. This is what Paul Dini originally scribbled in his sketchbook for Harley. We know what she looks like now. This is what she was going to be originally. So we asked him to finish the drawing so we could do this statue,
That's phenomenal.
which he did. So
That's
great.
Incredible. I love that. I love that.
And that's why
job.
this line is so great. I can do something like this, and there's a place for it to go.
Absolutely.
So because I don't know where it ever would show up again. So putting it in a line like that was great. Great line. It's the longest running statue line.
This is one of your babies.
This one has actually had a lot of hands. Almost all the art directors at Collectibles have worked on some of them.
Okay.
They're fantastic. It's such a great line.
And I started with it very early on when the black and whites first came out because I love the black and white comics.
The book is great.
So I wound up going from the comics to the hardcovers. So I have the hardcovers, and then I started getting all the statues.
Yeah.
There's only so many I can have on a shelf.
There's a lot of these. There's like at least 70 of them.
What's nice is that a fan can pick which character he likes from which artist he likes, and just get that specific statue. He doesn't have to go crazy like me and buy almost everything. He can buy 1 or 2 specific pieces that match his
And
style.
the list for this is still so long of people we haven't gotten to. Every time I think we're getting close to that, I'm like, oh, here's 20 more people we have to do.
It's amazing.
It's great.
And it's great.
Such
I
a
love
great line.
But definitely look into the Azrael. I'd love to see that.
That's good. I'll actually add that.
Very good.
Cool, man.
All right, Constantine, the TV show. I honestly have not watched it yet. I've only heard good things.
It's pretty cool.
It's a very heavy fan-based show, but unfortunately, I don't know that the ratings are there, which people just haven't gotten into it yet.
Yeah, well, it's still a new show. Now, this Constantine statue is based on not that show. It's just right out of the comic books. The last time we did one was about, I don't know, before I was even working there. It was a long time ago. We wanted to get it a little more modern feel than the one we'd done before, which is a great statue, but we decided to do a new one.
As long as it doesn't look like Keanu Reeves, I'm okay with it.
That's not him. But it's actually, it came out pretty cool. I'm happy with that one.
They did a nice job on it. I like that.
Yeah.
And it does kind of resemble the feel of the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a guy with a trench coat, you know.
Right, exactly.
And blonde hair.
Yeah, but so is the spirit. You don't
That's
have him.
true, too. That's fair.
It looks like Constantine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then we're going back to the Gotham City garage with the Catwoman.
That was last year. Yep, that was the first
awesome.
one. Yeah. So Harley is just as awesome.
She looks like she's riding an Indian almost. An Indian motorcycle.
All the bikes we actually redesigned because we'd have to pay a licensing fee if they were straight up a different kind of bike.
It doesn't look like an Indian.
No, well, it isn't. So it's based. I mean, they're all based on some kind of bike parts, but we actually have to go back and redesign them because unless we're going to make it a licensing deal, but we didn't think we had to go there.
Okay.
But what we did think we had to do is actually sculpt a sidecar with 2 hyenas on it.
That's excellent.
That's actually the way it was done. We removed them for costing because it was way expensive. So what's been happening at Toy Fair is this is being shown and that's being shown. If enough people think this is good, we'll make this one and the other one. But the time and effort that's gone into these statues, we can only do one a year because they're so complicated. But I love this program.
Very intrinsic.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into this, and this is something. This is funny. This is one of the projects we were trying to get off the ground for years before we actually were able to go ahead and do it. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really
fun. Love the line.
Yeah, they're great.
All right, slide over here real quick, and we're going to go into the statues on top here. We have Green Arrow, Black Canary. And tell me a little something about this.
So these are our line of It's again a 1-year project. We do every February. We put out a statue now we call them the Kiss statues. So the first one was
Kiss statues.
Yeah, the first one was Superman and Wonder Woman. Then we did Batman and Catwoman. And now because of the popularity of Arrow, obviously, let's do these 2 and let's base it on Cliff Chang's awesome artwork.
Great.
So it will come with real fishnet stockings. So
those are real.
Yeah, those are real. And that's just a beautiful statue. I'm in love with that one. It's one of our favorite things we've done this year. It's absolutely spectacular. One of our A-list sculptors, John Matthews, worked on it, and it's just, he just killed it. I mean, it looks exactly like the drawing. It's so slick. We can also talk about these busts, which were all designed by Jim Lee.
Yes.
That's been great. He actually, we actually had a lot of success with this line. So we dropped the price down to $50, and then got Jim drawing them. been great. It's been a great success for us to bounce back from where they were.
Excellent.
And they look fantastic. This Deadshot one is sick.
I love Deadshot.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite, what you would call, I guess, an anti-hero.
Yeah,
he's,
well, he does kill people. I don't know.
He does, but he's also part of the Suicide Squad, which is an anti-hero group that Amanda Waller created.
He's an interesting character, yeah.
He is, for sure.
That's a great buzz. And what's very not Deadshot is these.
This is cute, and because I also own a pet hotel in Deer Park, the Willow Pet Hotel, I gotta tell you, I love these little stuffed animals. These things are so adorable. Great. These are great.
Based on Art Balthazar's work, they're just so cute. Even Happy's even.
That's hysterical. Now wait a minute, am I going to get my Ace the Bat Hound soon?
You can imagine that's on the list somewhere.
Yes.
So again, we're hoping for big things from these. We haven't done plush in quite a while, so but the quality of these is great, and they're just so freaking cute.
They are adorable.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Just hysterical.
I know this Red Lantern cat is great. Dexter's hilarious. He's just so grumpy.
He makes Grumpy Cat look happy.
Grumpy cat in the litter box.
We have a badge from the TV show.
Oh, I pass this over here. Okay. So this is something sure to get yourself in trouble. So we've got a Gotham badge from the TV show, so it's right from the flyers of the show.
Gotham PD.
See, look how you own that.
Terribly well.
Yeah, I was pretty spectacular.
Jim Gordon, Gotham PD.
You're under arrest for liking this. We also did a Flash ring.
Oh.
Nice, got a nice heft to it.
Yeah, that's a solid ring.
Yeah.
And it opens up.
And they got some other cool things as well. Huh? What's this, you say?
Please, enlighten us. What is this?
Might just be a mother box.
Hey, I was just going to say, it looks like something Darkseid would carry.
It maybe does. Now, it also does three things. Unfortunately, it sounds a little worn down, and there's no holes. Give me that ring back. What do you think you're doing?
I was taking it out of the picture frame. I'm sorry.
I see.
I kept it here.
Yeah, that's not the first time I heard that. So this has three different effects.
I'm Batman. I'm not the Joker.
That's a good point. So it's too quiet right now, but it has a big whooshing sound. Then it's got some pinging, because we all know these mother boxes ping when there's problems.
Wow.
And then it's got the final sound, which is, and you can't hear it unfortunately, but it has a big, like, whisking you away sound as you get sent off to Apocalypse or wherever you happen to be going.
Get into the boom tube. Yeah. Here we go.
So it's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. So really happy about this.
The detail to it is just phenomenal.
I have the scribing in here and everything is great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can get the detail on this, but it's got all of the aspects of what the mother box is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
With the crackled glass too, I love that.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Such a great piece. I'm really happy.
I wanted to go back to that ring. You took it away too quick. Does that open? Does the ring open like it's supposed to in the comic book and his suit is revealed?
This actually, yeah, this ring does open. So
okay, can you hold that up to the? So it becomes almost a locket, but it's originally based off of the original comic book series.
The costume used to come out of it.
Right out.
I still love how they figured that out in the comic books. It comes right out. There you go, sure.
Yeah, 6 foot tall guys.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean, they have a lot of good rings in the DC. Green Lantern, you pop a ring and you do whatever you want. This one, you're popping out, a big costume comes out.
Exactly.
It's not bad. That's why Batman isn't into that stuff, though. He has to go to the gym too much, though.
Marc Rosenzweig for ToyHypeUSA.com with Jim Fletcher of DC Collectibles.
Hey, everybody.
We're going to move on to another line now, so we're going to cut this here and move on.